My male colleague kept taking credit for my designs. Yesterday, I was told to prove my work in front of the entire executive team. For 6 months, I watched my ideas transform into James's brilliant concepts during meetings. We were both designers at a luxury fashion brand, but somehow his presentations always came after mine, with mysteriously similar concepts that were suddenly elevated and more marketable. I'd bring sketches for a Pennell's handbag collection. The next day, James would present an innovative Pennell's collection with tiny changes and get all the praise. I'd suggest sustainable packaging. Suddenly, James had pioneered an eco-friendly approach that looked exactly like my mock-ups. When I confronted him privately, he'd say things like, "Great minds think alike," or "Maybe you overheard me brainstorming." Our creative director, Michael, always seemed to favor James's versions despite them coming suspiciously after mine last week. I pitched a complete rebrand for our summer accessories line, part bold colors, geometric patterns, and a cohesive digital strategy. I'd spent weeks developing it, even creating sample prototypes on my own time. 2 days later, in our team meeting, James unveiled his revolutionary direction for summer pert with my exact color palette, similar patterns, and the same digital approach. Michael was impressed, immediately moving James's concept to the approved column. When I raised my hand to point out the similarities, Michael sighed. "Emma, we discussed how collaborative creative environments mean overlap in ideas." James just took it further. That night, I didn't sleep. Instead, I went through my design archives and made a decision. The next morning, our quarterly executive presentation was scheduled. James was selected to present his summer concept to the C-claims and investors. I arrived early and set up my laptop at the back of the room as James began his presentation. Our CEO interrupted him. "Before we continue, I understand Emma has concerns about the origin of these designs." James turned to me, smirking slightly. "Emma often has similar basic concepts, but execution is what matters." Michael jumped in, looking uncomfortable. "Perhaps Emma could explain her concerns quickly, so we can move on." I stood up, unclessily. "I'd like to demonstrate something more effective than words." I connected my laptop to the room's secondary screen and pressed play. What appeared was a time-lapse video of my design process, paired every step from initial sketches to final mock-ups, with date and timestamps in the corner. "I've been recording my creative sessions for my personal portfolio for years. This is my design process from 3 weeks ago," I said calmly. Then I split the screen to show James's final designs beside my originals, and these are the concepts being presented today. The room fell silent. James's face flushed red. Our CEO looked at Michael. "Is this accurate?" Before Michael could respond, our chief Hepchins-Offer spoke up. "I've noticed pattern similarities in previous presentations, but assumed they were collaborative." James started stammering about inspiration and building upon concepts. I clicked to another slide, mirrored a perfect grid showing 6 months of my original concepts next to James's subsequent innovations, all with clear timestamps. "I am not here to accuse," I said. "I am here to reclaim my work." The CEO studied the images for a long moment. James Michael parned my office immediately after this. "Emma, please take over this presentation." As James gathered his materials, the CEO added, "And Emma, I'd like to see your complete portfolio tomorrow morning. Returnly, we've been missing a significant creative resource." I presented my original summer concept, answering questions with a confidence I hadn't felt in months. Afterward, the chief creative officer Partard, who'd flown in from Paris, handed me her card. "We should talk about your vision for the brand this morning." James's desk was empty. Michael stopped by my ski with an uncomfortable smile. "The executive team would like you to lead a summer campaign, and as Air wants to discuss your new title and compensation." I smiled back. "I'll need everything in writing, including proper credit for all past and future designs. Sometimes proving your worth means showing your work every single step of it."